According to this thing, we are live. Let's see. Let's see if this actually works. It's been a while since I've done this. So, let's see here. Everything seems to be alright. Oh, except I'm Snake Eyes. I probably shouldn't be talking. Oh, except I'm movie Snake Eyes, so I can talk as much as I want. Alright, let's see here. If this worked, then I should be able to go to here, and here, and there. Cool. Let's see here. Alright, and then, wow, it's really hard to see in this. It is, like, really hard to see. Okay, and see here. We do the Twitter here. That should work. And we do the Facebook or Meta or whatever the heck it's called now. This here. And then there we go. That should, in theory, work. Okay. Cool. All right, we are live. Okay. It has been a while since I've done this, so I have to like relearn how to do like basic things. Let's see here. So, oops, if we go over here, okay, that should tell me what we've got. And I'm not sure the chat is working, so let's do something about that. Let's fix that. There we go. And okay, so we go back over here. Okay, I think we have some live chats now. Okay, cool. Let's see. Hang on a second. Everybody bear with me just for a moment. Okay. And Michael Bassett says, greetings, HCC. Good to see you again. Greetings to you as well. I happen to be Snake Eyes, and I have taken over this broadcast. Fortunately, Snake Eyes can talk now, so, you know, that's no problem. Hello, Sparkster, Jason Latrell, and Skunk, and Daniel, and okay, all right. The truth is, wow, that really messed up my hair. The truth is, I'm not actually Snake Eyes. I know that it's easy to make that mistake because Snake Eyes apparently can talk, like give long speeches, in fact. But hello, everybody. Who we got here? Glenn and Beach76 and Peter Eng and Skunk and Bob's Dungeon and Sign Painter Chris and Boomers Fish CB. MCD, JACDC, and Glenn, and Peter again, and Stargrave. There are too many! I can't read that fast. Yes, yes, Peter, that was my secret identity. Hello, Gaz, nice to see you. Pete, Jesse James, and Matt, and Eden, and Oscar. And Mal, and Small Town Machine Shop, Big Town Machine Shop. Hello, Green Yeti, nice to see you here. Hi, everybody. It's been a minute since I've done this. Good grief, that really screwed up my hair. Anyway, so, yeah, it's been a minute since I've been online, and I missed it. I missed it very much. Hello, who we got? Hillbilly Harper, and Jeff, and Rebel Dad, and Zaznet, or however you say that, and James, aka Ratface. Hello, everyone. Nice to see everyone. Thanks for showing up. It's really nice to see everyone again. I picked up this thing, this Snake Eyes mask, and it's a light up mask, and it's fine, but it's definitely for children. Hello, Sergeant Slaughterhouse. Nice to see you. It's definitely for kids, though. Like, it doesn't even cover, like, all of my face, and, like, it's got a nose piece here that, like, for an adult, it would be a little bit lower down, and because of that, it wants to sit a little high, so it's really hard to see through. I don't know how Snake Eyes can be a top-level ninja wearing this thing. Hello, Doug Adello. Nice to see you. The gang's all here. That's awesome. Thank you, David. Welcome back to everyone else as well. Mateo, thanks for showing up. Always welcome newcomers. I'm glad you're here. I am also a newcomer. Hello, Big Daddy. And the Killer Weezer. It's really cool. It's nice to see just some familiar names on the screen right now. People that I've missed a great deal. So I brought some activities for you guys. We're going to be together for the next hour, and I've got stuff to do. Oh, man. I didn't bring... Okay. I didn't bring a sharp object. Anyway, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I have a sharp object over there. Fitness Frank, hello, and Strider, again, Sparkster, Cobra Island. The gang's all here. Exploriso, and Brian Bruiser. It's really cool to see everybody. So, even though I've been away, I have been paying attention to what's been happening in G.I. Joe. I haven't been following it as closely as I would have before, but I've still been following. And, hold on, let me do this because there we go. Now we can see your little avatars. There we go. I have been paying attention. I did see the Snake Eyes movie, and I have some feelings about that. I have some thoughts about that. But in addition to that, I picked up Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open these later. I know they're not vintage, but they'll do for now. Of course, I still prefer vintage, this is still a vintage G.I. Joe toy channel. But for the moment, my vintage collection is a bit of a jumble. So I'm going to get back to that, but in the meantime, until I figure out what the next vintage review will be and how exactly I'm going to do it, I've got a couple of things to just kind of fill the time, a couple of things like this. So we will look at these a bit later. I'm going to open those up and we're going to go check them out. Hello, Peg Warmers. Nice to see you. Always welcome, Peg Warmers. Matthew. Hey, there's Ryan. Nice to see Ryan. This is cool, and it's kind of cool to see... it's kind of cool to see, just everybody here. It's like no time has passed. That's just really cool. I've got stuff to do, and I've got stuff to show you, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now we will be unboxing these because I haven't opened them yet, and I want to take a look at them. But in addition to that, today I picked up the Snake Eyes movie Baroness because I'm also curious about this. For those who prefer vintage G.I. Joe, do not be alarmed. So do I. And we are getting back to vintage as soon as I possibly can. But in the meantime, while I am, getting the vintage collection back in order. Hello, G.I. Gary. Nice to see you. And Matthew Philpott, thank you. And Bob's Dungeon, hey dude. And Rebel Dad, I think I said hi to Rebel Dad, but if I didn't, hello. Carlo Vera, nice to see you. And Glenn Robbins, hey, nice to see you as well. Actually, Timmer, good point, Glenn. Timmer reviewed this, and his video review of this figure went up today. So that's actually a great thing if you want to get a closer look at this figure, since I won't be taking a closer look at this figure. Timmer has the review of this that is live right now. Hello, Mal. The removable sunglasses. I might do like just to compare and contrast between the Cobra Island Target exclusive Baroness, just to see what the differences are. But honestly, it looks like a totally different figure. I'm not sure that it shares any parts, but I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it side by side. Hello, Jason. Good to see you as well. Bryce C. Leah, nice to see you. Are the live streams going to continue? Yes, and I'm going to get back to doing them on a regular basis. We may, for a little while, until I get things reorganized, we may have more live streams than we have actual reviews. But we're getting back to the reviews. I'm working on it. It's just a bit of a challenge because when I moved into the space, I had less space, and I just kind of had to cram my collection into just every nook and cranny where it would fit, and it's unfortunately very disorganized. Hello, Doug Dello. It's very disorganized, so I have to kind of reorganize it before I can do a review. It's a mess, is what I'm saying. It's a mess. But fortunately, a live stream like this is much easier to do, and I don't have to, I don't have to like grab a bunch of toys out of the closet or something to do it. Hello, Joe Fan. Hello, Shane, and Rick, and Matt Rubin. So I've missed doing this. I've really missed talking to you guys and coming to you guys on a weekly basis, I want to do that again. There were a number of occasions where I really just wanted to get back to live streaming, but circumstances kind of held me back. But I'm not letting circumstances hold me back anymore. I'm really trying to power forward. Hello, Draws, and Cyclonus, and He-Man. Nice to see you guys. John Ulrich, nice to see you as well. The kids are destroying the house. Well, you should probably take care of that, yeah. Yes. But we have things to talk about, okay? We have plenty to talk about. A lot has transpired in the world of the G.I. Joe since I was here last. So there's plenty to talk about. Hello, Game Master's Hobby. Nice to see you. I missed you as well. Hello, Eric, and Bradley. Good evening. And Diego. Nice to see you as well. We're doing what we can until we can get back fully in the swing. Hello, Steve. Nice to see you as well. Until we get fully in the swing. And get back to a routine, we're just going to do whatever we can, right? We're just going to do the best we can and work with what we have. Hello, Daniel. And Chris Mc83, nice to see you, sir. And Stargrave, hello as well. Michael mentions the HasLab Skystriker. Oh, and Ryan sends a super chat that says, "Welcome back, Hoodie Coco." Thank you very much, and thanks for remembering the nickname. I like that one. Thank you, Ryan. And it's been nice to that Ryan has kind of kept up as well. So thank you for being a friend, Ryan, and thank you to everyone who has been a friend through difficult times. So I really do appreciate it a lot, and that means a lot. And somebody's saying hi to G.I. Joeberg. Did G.I. Joeberg sneak in here and I missed it? If I missed G.I. Joeberg, hello, G.I. Joeberg. Hi, missed you guys too. Oh, and Bradley sends a $25 super chat. No, doesn't ask a question, but thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Brad. Bradley Good is, in fact, good. The aptly named Bradley Good. Yeah, there we go. And happy accident. Nice to see you as well. Thank you, Joe Fan. You guys were missed too. Pete Jesse James sends the super chat, says, "I genuinely grateful to see you back. Here's a little something for the collection." Thank you. The collection greatly appreciates it and greatly needs it. So thank you. Stargrave says Hoodie Coco is a seriously rad nickname. I do believe it was Chris from Comic Tropes who came up with that one. Hey, there's Joburg, and it's Steve. Hello, Steve. Thank you, Steve. By the way, Steve, I know that you sent me a very kind message not long ago, and I unfortunately I didn't reply because I just wasn't in a good place at the time. But I did want to tell you how much that meant to me and how much I appreciate it. And in fact, I've received messages from people that have been very kind, and I've not been good at replying, but it has helped. It has made a difference. So thank you to everyone who has reached out. The Killer Weezer sends a super chat. Ever thought about doing a review on the live stream? Yes, actually, that's something that I may do at some point in the future. I think in order to do a review, I need a better camera. The webcam here is it's a little sketchy. Not quite the quality I would want it to be for a review. However, I've had my eye on a better webcam that could work for that. So if we have a little bit of an equipment upgrade, that's something I would consider doing. So like when we open these guys, I'll show them to you. I'll take all the bits out, I'll take all the bits out and we'll look at them, but it's not in HD. So to do a proper review, I just think I need a higher resolution camera. So if I want to do a more proper full review of these guys, I'll use the better camera for that. But looking forward though, if I can upgrade this webcam to something that has a better resolution, that is absolutely something I would like to do. Hold on one second. Okay. There we go. Of course. Anyway, all right, what did we miss? Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we're doing really good. We actually got a lot of people in here. Hello, Photo Viper. Nice to see you again. Yes, live. I am alive, which some people may have doubted. But I am, in fact, alive, believe it or not. Yeah, we are here, and actually, I'm going to stand up for just a second and grab a sharp object because I need to cut the tape on these. And we will open those. I guess we'll wait till the last half of the hour, and then we'll open those and take a look at them. Hang on one second. Oh crap! Did I unplug anything? Okay, no. Okay, good. I've got too many wires just hanging here because this is not my usual setup, and I'm having to sort out the live stream and how it's gonna work. It used to be a routine, and it was very easy, but we're having to establish a new routine. GI Claymore says, great to see you back. HCC, all the best from Scotland. Hello, Scotland from the United States. Nice to see you as well. All right. And thank you, 612 Secret Rebel. I missed you guys too. Yeah. Skunk says, have you heard about the new O-Ring G.I. Joes? I have. And I'm very intrigued. I'd like to see... Yeah, my hair is still screwed up. I would like to see what they look like. I'd like to see what the quality is. I I know that we've been clamoring. There has been... Hey, there's Cujo. Hello, Cujo. Nice to see you. There has been a clamor for vintage O-ring style G.I. Joe figures. And I remember when the retro line was announced, everybody assumed that it would be O-ring figures because, hey, it's a retro line. Instead, it was modern style figures. They announced the retro line as being 3 3/4 inch figures, but in fact, they were not 3 3/4 inch figures. The more modern figures are average 4-inch figures, not 3 3/4. So, you know, just the way they launched that retro line made everybody expect that we were getting O-ring figures, right? But that's not what we got. Well, it seems that now we will be getting O-ring figures, and I'm just really interested in the construction. What material do they use for the O-ring? Something more durable than rubber, I hope. You know, just what's the quality of the construction going to be? Is it going to be comparable to vintage figures, or will it be more like the re-released figures in the late 90s that used vintage figures molds but had lower quality plastic? I'm curious. I'm very curious. So I'm sure I'll pick up a few. I'm sure I will pick up a few. So yeah. Hello, Victor. Thank you for the welcome back. And I hope I haven't missed anyone. And I wanted to say hi to everyone. I picked up the HIS2 today, have the retro vehicles they're putting out. Oh, you mean like the... Oh, hold on a second here. You mean like this one here? There we go. So, yeah, this is another one that I may open up at some point and take a closer look at. Yeah, there's a bit of the retro. So yeah, I haven't been completely neglecting G.I. Joe, but yeah, it's been on the back burner for a while. Any interest in the upcoming Super 7 G.I. Joe figures? I'm interested in everything. How interested I will be, I'm not really sure. I've seen what Super 7 has done for some other lines. And it could be cool to see what they do with G.I. Joe. So I will probably at least try to check it out, get a sample of figures, and just see if they're of such quality. Hey Nessa, nice to see you. There's Baronessa. Hello. Yeah, the trip. For those who are unaware, I recently took a road trip to the Northeast and. Got to clear my head a little bit, and it did help. It did help. There were times on the trip that was a little bit stressful. Hello, Gray Fox. I'm happy to be back as well, and you guys have been missed as well. But I made it back home. I had a lot of time to think, to ponder, to decide what I'm gonna do, and I made some decisions, and we're gonna be moving forward. We've got good things ahead. Let's see. WWJD85 says, welcome back. Hello, sir. Max Rebo's Ghost Music. Hello. Good to see you as well. Hello, Eric Russ. Thanks. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad you are here as well. So, for those who weren't here earlier, just for the halibut, I got these classified Snake Eyes movies, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and we are going to take a look at them, and we're going to open them in a little bit, in just a few minutes. Well, when my clock says 7:30, we'll open these guys up, and because I'm curious, because I have classified Storm Shadow, I have several classified Snake Eyes figures, so I'm curious as to how these compare with the others. So we'll just open them. We'll take a look at the accessories. You notice they each have like a... There we go. They each have an alternate head that looks like the actor. That's and what's his name? Andrew. I'm blanking on his name. The guy that played Tommy or Storm Shadow. Hang on a second. Let me look this up real quick because it's going to bother me if I don't remember his name. Andrew Koji, thank you very much. Andrew Koji, yeah, Andrew Koji, and Henry Golding, Snake Eyes. So we'll also see if they are good likenesses. Thank you, Joe Berg. It just took me a minute to figure it out. I kind of had a brain fart there. I have seen Snake Eyes a few times because I wanted to see it a few times before I passed judgment on it. Let's see. Baronessa says had to paint Scarlett's hair because it was orange instead of red. Yeah, that is true. That she does kind of have orangey hair. Yeah, we'll look at those here in just a minute. I have some thoughts about Snake Eyes, but I kind of want to put that in a video. I'm hammering out a script for it to kind of and to make sure that I completely say what I want to say about the movie. One thing that I don't think is controversial to say about the movie is that it was not a commercial success. It did not do well at the box office. That is just a fact. So whatever else we may think of the movie, it did not blow up the box office. And one of the things that I said before the movie came out is that I don't mind them straying from the source material and changing things to make it more marketable in the present day. I thought that would be fine, but the test is going to be, will it be accepted by a general audience? Will people go to see it? Will it draw in new fans? And I think we have the answer for that now, and the answer is that it did not. So I don't want to go too into it right now, but we'll talk more about that in the future. Glenn says I'll probably pick up the DVD for it. That's a good idea. I'm doing that as well, and I also got a digital copy as well. So usual Mike Television. Just another movie branded G.I. Joe. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that I can disagree with that too much. There were some elements in there that were familiar, but it really did not stand out, and that's unfortunate. But like I said, I don't want to go into it too much right now because first I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Then I want to go into more depth about it. I want to dive into it and kind of explore what I want to explore what it did well, because I do think it did some things well. But I also want to talk about the things that it maybe did not do so well. There were a few things that it did not do so well. So we'll talk about it. Edward says, welcome back. Thank you. Good to see you as well. Bought the movie for $7.98 at Walmart on Blu-ray. Haven't seen it yet, but still bought it. You should see it though. I think everyone should at least check it out. I think if you see the movie, for one thing, there will probably be a few things that you like about the movie. There were a few things that were pretty cool, but I think you'll probably also see why it didn't burn things up. It really didn't catch fire. I think you'll get it. I think if you watch it, I think you'll understand. Just look at it from the perspective of look at it from the perspective of like a non-G.I. Joe fan. Like, you don't know anything about this. You sit down and watch this movie, and by the end of it, what do you think of it? Did you like it? Would you see it again? Would you tell a friend that, hey, they need to see this movie? Adam says, welcome back from New Hampshire. Thank you, New Hampshire, and hello from the United States. I was actually up your way. I went to the New England area, it was not last week, but the week before. So just like a couple weeks ago. A lot to talk about the movie, maybe a live commentary. Yes, actually, I was thinking of maybe doing that for the next live stream, is just maybe doing a Snake Eyes movie watch-along. So that's something to think about. Anyway, but we'll talk about it, and I don't want to get too down on the movie because there were some things that I liked very much. We'll discuss it. I don't want to get too far into it. In about 5 minutes, we're going to open these guys and see what we think of them. They should just be pretty solid classified figures. Obviously the spare heads in the likenesses of the actors ties it into the movie. But if not for that, these may be just perfectly fine classified figures, just alternative uniforms for Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. So these may be perfectly fine figures. These figures may be better than the movie. So we'll check them out. Hey, Cobra Island, good to see you as well. Somebody's I guess talking about replacement O-rings. Yeah, there are some options for replacement O-rings, but we also mentioned that new O-ring figures are going to be released, and I'm very, very interested in seeing how those figures are constructed, what the quality is, and how they compare with actual vintage figures. I am very interested, and I want to see what they do. Anyway, Adam, thank you. Thank you, Adam. That's very kind. I really do appreciate that. And I'm glad that you're here. Long Online says, welcome back. Thank you. And welcome to here. Let's see. Glenn says, hopefully you made it to Massachusetts. If so, I would have loved to hang out and talk Joes. I did make it to Massachusetts. I'm sorry that I didn't make the time to hang out. I did hang out with a couple of people briefly. Kevin from Peg Warmers. I was able to meet up with him. Magnus, who's been, a friend of the channel for a really long time. The timing worked out to hang out with those guys, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to spend a lot of time with other people, and I regret that. But just the timing was a challenge. I was supposed to hang out with Mike from What's on Joe Mind, but the timing just didn't work. I did pass through Indianapolis, but I just didn't pass through Indianapolis at a time when we could connect. But I'll do it again. My hope is to do a significant amount of travel, and I'm a Patriots fan, so if I ever have a chance to go to another Pats game, I'll be up in New England again. So all right, where were we? It's about time to open these. The Johnski sends a super chat. Says, Yo HCC, great to see you again. We missed you. Thank you. I missed you guys as well. You guys, you have no idea how much you helped, keep me afloat through very difficult times. And the reason you have no idea is because I didn't tell you, because I was a bad friend. I got messages that I didn't reply to, and I'm sorry about that, and I'm going to try to do better. But you guys You guys have been great. And hey, by the way, make sure you subscribe to Peg Warmers as well. And thank you, Peg Warmers, for looking out for me. But make sure you check out Peg Warmers. It's a really great show. They talk a lot of different kinds of toys, different toy lines, and it's a lot of fun. And I watch it on a regular basis. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to the community. Yes, G.I. Joburg, Magnus Master Builder. Yes, and he did mention that he hung out with you guys in D.C. as well. He did mention that. And yeah, I met up with him when I was in Washington, D.C. That was really cool. So yes, that guy. So yeah, but if I make that trip again, I am going to I'm gonna set aside time and try to put together some kind of a get-together so that anybody who is in the area and has the time can just come and hang out. I think I would really like that. I have had the privilege of meeting a lot of viewers and collaborators and creators and YouTube people in person. That has been very much my privilege, and I miss doing that. That's one of the things I loved about going to conventions, is just seeing people. And yeah, I hope to get back to that. The hoodie one has returned. Hello, Man of Action. The Man of Action has returned. Hello, Van Voltenberg. It's great to have you back. It's really, this is nice. I really wish I hadn't stayed away from this for so long. I've missed this. I've missed this a lot. But you know what I haven't missed? I haven't missed Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. So let's go ahead and open these up. I cut the tape already. We're going to start with Storm Shadow, Tommy Arashikage, with the head that's the likeness of Andrew Koji. And let's open this guy up and see what he looks like. Just slide this out. One thing I do like about these classified boxes is, even though you do have to break the tape to get the figure out, you can put the figure back in and close it, and it looks brand new. So you can still display the figure in the box after you've taken it out and looked around and played with it a little bit. So anyway, thank you, Joburg. I think Joburg's viewership spans at least equally as far. So all right, let's take out Storm Shadow. Let's take out the Andrew Koji head. Let's start by looking at this. I think this is a decent likeness. It's not bad. It's not perfect. I think it's a little bit more rounded than the actor's face is, but not too bad. Yeah, let's see. Hold on a second. Yeah, so here's an issue that I have a lot with heads that are in the likeness of actors, is that they want to put some color in the lips, but it's often overdone, so it ends up looking like they're wearing lipstick. The lip color needs to be a little bit more subtle, guys. Just a little more subtle. So anyway, so that's that. We've got what we've got. We've got a little backpack for the swords. Let's go ahead and pull the swords out. Okay. We've got two swords. They are a bit flexible. Not too much. They still feel solid, but they're flexible enough that they won't break, so that's nice. Dale Santaford, I don't know if I said hello to you. So if not, hello. Serigil Nass, hello to you as well. Sean Beckett, I think you snuck in. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi, but hello in case I missed you. Hello, Jumpin' General. Okay, so thank you, Robert Klein. I missed you guys too. Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse says, who's displaying Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow unmasked? That's a good question. So that is a good question. All right, so here's the figure. And this figure on its own, it's got the like the double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. It's got the classified articulation, which is great. It's got the classified detailing, which is also great. It's missing some color. This is one reason why that Cobra emblem on the vintage Storm Shadow figure was so important, because it gave it a little shock of color to break up all the white. And this does not have that. Now, of course, this figure being based on the movie would not have a Cobra emblem on it. That would not reflect how he looked in the movie. But nonetheless, just a touch of color somewhere, I think, would have helped. But what you have is essentially an entirely white or slightly off-white uniform. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you like classified figures and you want just a cool-looking Storm Shadow, you got a great figure here, and you can ignore the movie. You can just pretend the movie doesn't exist and have this sweet Storm Shadow figure. So let's put his backpack in. It looks like it doesn't matter which direction it goes. Let's see. Okay. Try to get this on camera. Could have added the Arashikage clan symbol somewhere. See, yeah, something like that. Something like that. I think would have made a difference. At least it would have just given it a little something. So let's see. He's right-handed, so we're gonna tilt that to the right. We're gonna put his swords in, like so. They're actually I think they ought to go that way. Hold on. I think that's really how they should go. Put the swords in, and that's it for accessories. He's got a backpack and he's got two swords, and that's it. And that's fine, I guess. I mean, that's all he really needs, I suppose. I think one thing they could have worked in a bit in the movie, and it would have helped the action figure, is that Storm Shadow is the master archer. So a bow and arrows, I think, is a good accessory for Storm Shadow. Snake Eyes was the better swordsman. Storm Shadow was the better archer. So, yeah, giving him swords, that does reflect his weapon of choice in the movie. But, yeah, I just associate Storm Shadow with archery. And I apologize, when I'm holding the figure up to the camera, I'm blocking my view of the live chat. So I'm sorry if you guys are saying something and I'm missing it, because like I can't see it, because like this is like the live chat is like right there, and this guy is like right in the way. So sorry about that. I'm not trying to neglect you guys, but I do want to make sure you get a good view of the figure. Of course, the other accessory is the alternative head, and let's see if we can pop this off. There we go, and pop this on. Okay, easier to pop off than pop on. Good grief. Okay. Look, I don't want to swear. It's a family show, but this is making me want to swear. Hold on. The primary head was easy to pop off, but this is being a bitch to put back on. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. It's on. Okay, so there is the figure with the alternate head, and I've already spotted a problem. Okay, because the head is flesh colored, which it actually adds a bit of color, which is nice. But the neck the neck is white. And that just does not look right. It just looks like his neck is painted white. It doesn't look like a uniform. It doesn't look like cloth, going up to his chin. It looks like a white neck. It just looks like there's a paint application missing. So that's a bit of a problem. So that's a problem with displaying the figure with this head, is that it just didn't look right. Yeah, even the figure doesn't want to be unmasked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So all right, come on. Okay, Hasbro, work with me here. Okay, work with me. So let me pop that off. Pop this back on. So really, if you want the figure to look right and not look weird, you kind of have to display it with the primary head, the head that is attached when you take it out of the box. So there's a look at Storm Shadow. Let me put this back on. Hold on. The backpack does stay in securely. I will give it that. So there's Storm Shadow. Nicely detailed. Coloring is a bit bland. And the alternate head just does not work at all. But there you go. So that's Storm Shadow. Now, let's get to the main event. The main man, Snake Eyes, with Henry Golding as Snake Eyes. I do think Henry Golding is a good actor. However, his role in the Snake Eyes movie as Snake Eyes was a bit of a challenge for him. Anyway, again, I don't want to go too deeply into it, but all right, let's pull this out. I do like this. There is one thing I like, that is the background on the Storm Shadow figure box is black, so the white figure stands out in contrast, and the background on the Snake Eyes figure is in white, so the black figure stands out. So that's nice. I like that. Who said to make... Oh, yeah. Cobra Island, make a 6-inch globulus. I will get right on that. Nice suggestion. Okay, so here we have Snake Eyes. And Snake Eyes, we can see, has a few more accessories. He does not have any firearms. He does not have his Uzi or anything similar. But he has a couple extra knives. He has a sword and a sheath, and he has an alternative head. So that, right off the bat is more accessories than Storm Shadow. And I'm sorry if this is in front of the microphone and it's loud. Sorry about that. Hello, Bad Ape. Hey, good to see you. Oh, crap. I think I dropped something. Did I drop something? Did I drop something? I guess not. I thought something fell. I guess not. I guess not. So here's the figure. Here is Snake Eyes. It is a different uniform than the earlier classified Snake Eyes releases. So that's good. They appear to have used new parts, or at least mostly new parts. Hitting the like button is half the battle. Thank you, Peg Warmers. So that's the figure itself. It does have a couple straps that go, around the back in kind of a Y pattern here. So that's nice. It not only gives you something extra to play with, it also adds a little bit more detail. And this is almost a totally black figure, but it does have a couple spots of paint. So if you look, on the chest, if I can get it out of the way. Oh no, that's not paint. It's just reflective. Okay, so is the only spot of paint on the belt? Okay, yeah, the only spot of paint is on the belt. So other than that, this is a totally black figure. Mike Adams says, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here. Custom Comic Shop says, nice to see you. It's nice to see you as well. It's nice to see everyone. If you're inclined, you can swap those accessories out with other figures. Yes, you can, and that may be a good idea. So, yeah, with this one, we also have the nice classified figure articulation. This is something I cannot knock the classified figures for. The articulation is awesome. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. You got ankles that move every which direction. Head is on a ball joint, and it tilts. So, good range of motion with the head. So this, it's not bad. It has the same. It has the same problem, I guess, as the Storm Shadow figure has, and that is that it's just basically one color. But black is, if you're going to do a solid color, black is a little better than white. It works a little better. Let's get the accessories out. Oh, I did drop something. The sheath for the sword fell. There it is. I found it. Okay. All right. Disaster averted. So we have a sword, and I think this is the same sword mold. Yeah, it's the same sword they used for Storm Shadow. It's just different colors. So we have a sword. We have a sheath with a peg. Let's put that in there. Yeah, it fits pretty nicely. It actually doesn't want to go completely in. There's a little bit of a gap there. Yeah, see that? Slight gap there, but I guess that's all right. And let's see. So on the straps in the back, there's a hole, which looks like it should line up with the hole in the back for us to put the sword in. So let's see if we can do that. Seems like a little bit of a challenge, but let's try it. Let's see. Right-handed. Well, okay. He's right-handed. But to put this where he's drawing it from his right hand, you have to put it blade side down. And I kind of don't think it should go that way. I think it should be blade side up. Nonetheless, there you go. There you have it. And let's see. It's got these knives. And is there a space to store the knives? Are these... Okay, let's pull them out. Let's pull them out. Bear with me. Bear with me. He's got a... He's kind of sticking his butt out. That's an odd thing. That's okay. But yeah, if you adjust the articulation, he's still sticking his butt out. It's an odd choice. It's an odd choice. Hello, Buff88. Thank you. I'm glad you're back as well. Thanks for being here. Hello, Aaron Miller. Hold on one second. I'm working on it. How about version 4 Grunt? The Grunt, not Grunt. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of Breaker. Vincent 396 says, welcome back, Hoodie. You seem well. I'm late to the chat, so sorry if you've already covered this. What are your thoughts on HasLab Skystriker? I am going to cover that. We touched on it very briefly, but I want to talk about it a little bit more. I will talk about that more right after we're done looking at Snake Eyes here. So, where do these knives go? I've got these two knives, and are these pockets here? These are not pockets on the legs. The knives don't appear to go there. Is there anything in the artwork that gives a clue on where the knives go? No. Okay. Does anybody know where these knives go? Hello, Cobra Island. Welcome home. Thank you, Jamier's 1975, thank you. Jake says there's no knife storage. That seems to be accurate. So what is the point of these then? Why do we have these? I don't recall him using a weapon like this in the movie. So this is a problem. Yes, he has more accessories than Storm Shadow, but they're just extra bits. Of course you can put them in his hands, and that's fine. But hey, these are classified figures. If you're going to have extra weapons, you should have storage for those extra weapons. This is the year 2021. We can store these weapons. We can make a place to store these weapons. Anyway, so let's see. I thought he had a leg sheath as well, but it doesn't look like it. These don't. Well, I mean, it's hard to tell. These side things look like they might be for the knives, but that doesn't fit. I'll break that if I try to force that in. So, thank you, Baronessa. I always appreciate your input. Throwing knives, maybe. Yes. Yes. You could throw juggling knife. He can juggle them. I dropped one. Dang it. Hold on. Can't reach it. Okay. Well, I don't want to lose them. Okay, so that leaves the final accessory as the Henry Golding head. And this is a decent likeness of Henry Golding. You've got a little bit of his stubble there. That's not bad. He still has the lipstick lips, the same issue that the Storm Shadow head had. But overall, I mean, it's a decent likeness. Maybe not perfect, but it's okay. So let's try it on. And I can already tell you, this figure is going to have the same problem as the Snake Eyes figure had. 1 second. There we go. All right. These things are easier to get off than to get on. Man of Action is waiting for the O-ring figures. I'm very interested in seeing what they do with the O-ring figures. I am. All right. Is that on? Okay, that's on. So here is unmasked Snake Eyes. And it's fine, I guess. But look, the neck is unpainted. So, again, you kind of have that same issue. Oh, Mike Layton sends a super chat. Thank you very much, Mike, and thank you for being here. Yeah, it looks like there's some paint missing. Now, maybe it's a little better here because we do see some details of uniform up to the neck or up to the jaw. So it's not quite as bad as the Snake Eyes figure, but I don't know. I'm still not sure it looks quite right. But anyway, so there's that. Let me go ahead and put the standard head back on. Here we go. Thank you, Roberto Manuel Cano. Nice. Long live me. Let's see. Lipstick's really hot in Asia. That maybe, I don't know. Greetings, I'm handsome now. Yes. Okay, but in addition to this, we got a bonus toy to open up, and I gotta go over here to get it because I picked up this. This is another... Oh, Rezakai. Hey, nice to see you, Rezakai. It's been a while. It says, good to see you're back in action, hoodies. Sending positive thoughts and prayers to you and yours. Thank you very much, Rezakai. And I have to say, it's really nice to see you. I've just missed talking to everyone. It's been too much time away. And I intend to not spend that much time away again. Man, my hair is really screwed up. Anyway, so I got this. It's another Storm Shadow figure. This is not a classified figure. This is a totally different Snake Eyes movie toy series, I guess. He does have a bow. So I got to give them props for that. They gave Storm Shadow a bow. But I'm really curious about this. Because I'm curious about the scale. Because it kind of looks like it's in a different scale than classified figures. And if it is, I'm not really sure why. So unfortunately, this is not collector friendly. You do have to rip this open in order to get to it. But I like to live dangerously. I'm a wild and crazy guy. It's a toy for the kids. Yes, I agree that this is a toy intended for kids. So this is something that they have designed and marketed to be less for the adult collector and more for kids. But let's see what they did for kids. Let's see what they did. There we go. So there's the figure. Yeah, it's got like a spring back action, so that's something. I don't mind the spring back action, but he's got to stand. He's got to face forward. He's got to face forward. You can't. So at rest, he's facing sideways. So that's kind of a problem. Okay. Well, I may have fixed it. There we go. So he's got swords. These are different swords. These are not the same mold as classified Storm Shadow. He's got this crisscross backpack thing for the swords. And what else? He's got an arrow quiver that looks like it pegs onto the back. So he can carry either swords or arrows, but not both. And then, lastly, he has, if I can get it out, a bow. There's his bow. So, yeah, what I was curious about is the scale. And I am correct. This is in a separate scale. I'm trying to even these up. This is shorter than a classified figure. And that is curious. A shorter figure would use less plastic and would be a little less expensive to produce, but it has more paint applications. Like, look at this. This has the color that the original Storm Shadow was missing. Riptide O'Leary says, good to see you back. Thank you, Riptide. It's good to see you as well. I really appreciate everybody's patience, but we're getting back to it. We're going to get back in the groove. But yeah, I dig it. This has the color that this is missing. But these are not compatible. Like it's not a lot short. It's just like a little bit short. But if you're going to make it almost classified size, why not just make it classified size? You know, cut down the articulation. It has less articulation. It has a single jointed knee. It has a single jointed elbow. The neck articulation is close to the same. And I like this actually. I may like this better than I like this one. But I don't understand it. I understand that this is more for kids and this is more for adult collectors. Totally understand that. I'm on board there. I get it. But why is it shorter? It's not enough smaller that it would make much of a difference in the amount of plastic that's used. And like whatever you save in, cutting plastic, you've added back with paint applications. So it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. I'm just not sure why we have a toy line for kids that is in a totally different scale, that is almost classified compatible, but not quite. Thank you, Jump in General. I will announce my candidacy any day now. But actually, like the look of this figure, despite the fact that that it has less articulation, the look of the figure is nice. I like the look of the figure. Hell yeah. I mean, you stand this up, and this one just looks... This one looks bland compared to this one. This is nice. This is nice. Anyway, so I think that's it for show and tell today. Oh, and it's been almost an hour. I'm going to keep it going for a little bit longer, just because I missed you guys. And oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about the HasLab Skystriker. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, there is a HasLab project to fund a Skystriker in the 3 3/4 inch scale with like a O-ring pilot and things like that. Let me pull this up so I can see. It's not funded yet. It's got a couple of weeks left, I think, but let me see where it stands right now. There we go. Peg Warmer says Hasbro kind of does this with Power Rangers. The kids' lines are just a little shorter than the Lightning collection. It's a curious choice. I'm sure they have some reason for doing it, but I'm just not sure I get it. It's a peculiar choice. But here we go. So the HasLab Skystriker has 5,652 backers. It needs 10,000. It's got 14 days and 3 hours left, so right at 2 weeks. And let's see. Be a Real American Hero. Let's scroll down a little bit. Yeah, I really should have my glasses on for this because other than the bold type, it's kind of hard to read this. Hold on. Now, the Skystriker has some cool stuff, right? It's got like alternate sticker sheets, and what else does it have? It has like a whole load of accessories. Let's see. It looks nice. It definitely looks nice. It looks like it has some blast effects. I think that's a better picture. It's got your removable panels. It's got, your removable seats. Similar to the vintage line with a bit more detail. But I wanted to get to, let's see, the amount. Let's see. It looks like the price on it though is, I think, what a lot of people are questioning as whether it's worth the price they have on it. And I just want to make sure that I'm looking at this correctly. But I don't have my reading glasses on. Is that it? $229.99. Is that the base price for it? At least that's the amount that's popping up on my screen. Hang on. Yeah, so it's over $200, about $230. So this Skystriker, I mean, it has some things going for it. It is not the 25th or 30th anniversary Skystriker. It's all new. It's updated from the vintage. It's even updated from the modern. It comes with lots of extra stuff. So if the extra stuff and the modernization is worth it to you, then you're going to jump on board and go for it. But is that going to be worth it for everyone? And that's see, the fact that you even have to ask if it's worth it is, I think, is a sign of a problem with the project. Because I feel that with a HasLab project, it should be something that kind of blows your socks off, right? It should be something where, it's significant enough that there's no question that it's worth it. And if you go back to like the Star Wars sail barge, that was a significant project that you never would have gotten by any other means. And if you've wanted something like that, if you've wanted a huge, massive playset with all that detail, if you've been missing the sail barge, it gives you a lot. It gives you something you never got before. And it gives you a lot of something that you never got before. So, yeah, you're going to, if you're a Star Wars fan and if you have the dough, you're going to jump on that. With the Skystriker, though, obviously it is worth something to, a little over 5,000 people. That it's worth it to them. But even with the updates and with the extra accessories, is it something that a lot of G.I. Joe collectors need? It is not something that we've never gotten before. It is an update of something that we have gotten before several times. So is that the right choice for a HasLab project? I'm really not sure. Let's see. Also, the fact that they had 3 different HasLab projects at the same time as well. The Proton Pack funded, but the Rancor and the Skystriker are iffy. Looking at the Rancor, that's a good point. The Rancor is a toy that Star Wars fans have had before. And you can update those toys and make it really awesome and just add tons of detail and tons of extras and make it really cool. But it's still something that Star Wars fans have. So I'm interested in seeing if it gets funded. If I had the funds to back the Skystriker, I would. Out of curiosity, I'd like to see it. I'd like to have the thing in hand to set it next to a vintage Skystriker and see how it stacks up. I'm very curious. I would love to get my hands on one. But I can see why maybe not every G.I. Joe fan feels that way. So, yeah. I know a lot of G.I. Joe fans would like to see a USS Flag as a HasLab project. That would be, like, hella expensive. Like, that would be prohibitively expensive for most people. But there are other ideas, and the problem with the Flag is kind of the same thing. We've had the Flag before. It's not something new. So what could they bring to G.I. Joe that is new that G.I. Joe fans would really clamor for? Something that Joe fans have been asking for. And I'm not sure I have the right answer for that right now. All I can say is I'm not sure the Skystriker is it. But because I want to see G.I. Joe successful, I want to see the Skystriker funded. I still want it to get funded. Excuse me. I want people to get their toy. I want people to get it in their hands. I want people to have it. I've just got questions about it. Kyle says I'm torn. I thought you said I'm Tom, but it says I'm torn. Buying the Skystriker as well as new pilot figure, 2 smaller vehicles, control tower. I think they are expecting the stretch goals to justify the price. Right? Yeah, that's. I think you're right about that. I think you're right. Well, I'll be doing a review on Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades soon. Want your opinion on them. I do want to do them soon, but I need to complete a couple of them. So Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades, I think I'm missing a couple accessories. But see, this is part of the problem. I've got to dig in my collection and find things again to even know what I have missing. So I'll work on that. Thank you for Cobra Island for bringing that up, but I'll try to have that on the agenda. But I think I need to complete a couple of them before I'm ready to do that. The Red Cobra shuttle from the comic, that's a possibility. I think the Cobra cargo helicopter from the comic, also a possibility. That's one where like comic book fans will know that and love that, but animated series fans may not be familiar with it. So anyway, we will see. And if the Skystriker gets funded, even though I won't be able to go in on it, I'll be very interested in seeing what others think of it when they get it in hand. I'll be very curious about it. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I feel about it right now. I hope that it works. I hope that it gets funded. But I'm just not 100% sure that was the right choice for a G.I. Joe HasLab project. I'm just not sure. But anyway, I don't want to end this on a negative note. So I'll just show Snake Eyes sticking his butt out. That's how we'll end this. We'll end this with Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes' bubble butt. There we go. So there's a positive message in the end. Thank you for watching. I'm going to wrap it up, guys, but I'm going to have this on my calendar to do each week. We will be back. We're going to try to do this every Tuesday evening. And in addition to that, I'm going to be very busy at work getting some reviews done. We will look at some modern stuff in the interim while I am sorting out my vintage collection so I can prepare a vintage review. We've got a ways to go, but we're going to get there together, and I just can't tell you how happy I am to see all you guys. This is very nice. So thank you, everyone, for showing up. It's very much appreciated. I will say goodnight. I'm getting tired. My voice is kind of going. I'm not used to talking this much. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So I'm gonna cut her short before my voice goes. So thank you, everyone. Matt Rubin sends a super chat, says thanks for the great stream, hoodie, and welcome back. Thank you, Matt, and welcome back to you as well. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you next time.